What is up, my fellow beasts? Welcome back to ADVideo. Today I am bringing you the evolution of the camper in the Call of Duty game. So we're gonna see how camping has evolved, throughout the Call of Duty series, and let's find out if camping has been getting easier, harder, and let's also find out which company favors campers the most. Is it Infinity Ward? Is it Treyarch? Or is it Sledgehammer? So with no further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at this evolution of camping in Call of Duty. So obviously it first started off in Call of Duty 2 and Call of Duty 3. I don't know if Call of Duty 1 had multiplayer, to be honest. I have no freaking idea, but I don't have these two Call of Duty games, so we're gonna have to start off this video with Call of Duty 4. And also, camping was most likely very simple in Call of Duty 2 and 3 because the equipment was very limited and the guns were not that good and all that stuff. So in Call of Duty 4 is when camping really started getting more serious because of the kill streaks. The UAV, the airstrike, and also the attack helicopters. To get these things, you have to go on a 7 kill streak without dying. And obviously, what is the best way of getting a kill streak without dying? Yes, it is by camping. And to help people camp in Call of Duty 4, they could use the perk Claymore ×2. So what most people do is they just go in a room, they lay down a Claymore by the doorway, and then just go to the window and try to kill people that are running around, trying to play the game. Once they kill someone with that Claymore, guess what? They have another Claymore on their back pocket to keep them safe. Obviously, once the second Claymore goes off, they don't have anything else to protect their back, so most likely they just sit in a corner and wait for people to go in the building. And then we have World at War, and in World at War the campers returned, and even though it was World War II, even though they didn't have the modern and delicious Claymores, guess what? Camping actually got better because of the bouncing baddies. Yes, the Claymores were good, but the bouncing baddies are way better because they are super hard to see. In fact, I believe these motherfuckers are invisible, and once they go off, you cannot survive them in World at War. So most people, just camped with the perk Bouncing Baddie ×2, pretty much the same thing as Claymore ×2 from Call of Duty 4, and their favorite weapon was the MP40. Back in Call of Duty 4, people didn't really have a favorite weapon, so that's why I didn't mention it. Then MW2 came out, and camping just got out of control. And the reason why this happened is because Call of Duty blew up on YouTube with Modern Warfare 2, and everyone started, camping for nukes, posting these videos with the best camping strategies for getting nukes and whatever. So camping spread super fast in this game, and there were at least 3 very popular camping strategies, while in Call of Duty 4 and World at War you just had one. And I'm just gonna talk about one super popular camping strategy in MW2. The other two I will leave on an annotation on the screen or something like that. So people camped with a Claymore. They would go inside the room, plant a Claymore by the doorway. Then as perks, they use Scavenger because it allows them to get an extra Claymore every time they kill a player. Then the other super popular perk was Danger Close because it made explosives super powerful, and also the Noob Tube. So the Noob Tube with Danger Close, it was a tactical nuke, and obviously it is the favorite attachment for campers, and they used it on the cheeky ACR, the most popular gun, I believe, in Modern Warfare 2. And as a secondary weapon, most people like using the AA-12 because inside the room at close quarters it is the best. It just destroys people. So this is like the most popular camping strategy for people in MW2 trying to get the high kill streaks and also the tactical nuke. And then we have Black Ops 1, and in Black Ops 1 camping wasn't as good as it was in MW2. It wasn't as crazy. In fact, it wasn't even half as good as it was in MW2, but it was definitely better than Call of Duty 4 and also World at War because you had the motion sensor. Yes, you still had the Claymore, but you had to make a choice. Either you used the Claymore and you would just get one kill, you would be safe one time, or you used the motion sensor and with it you could spot enemies over and over again that tried to go into your building, unless they were using the perk Ghost. If they had that perk, I believe you couldn't see them with the motion sensor. Sensor. And the perk that most people, the most popular perk people used while camping was Ghost, because it allowed them to counter the UAV, and their favorite weapon was the silenced FAMAS. And then Modern Warfare 3 came out, and camping was slightly nerfed, but it was still super effective. So most people use the Claymore because it's better than the Bouncing Betty. With the Bouncing Betty, all you have to do is you crouch or you go prone and you'll be fine. Then, unlike in Black Ops 1, you didn't have to make a choice. In MW3 there's also a motion sensor, and you can use it together with a Claymore. And guess what? This motion sensor is even better than the one from Black Ops 1. While in Black Ops 1 you had to place the motion sensor on the ground, in MW3 you just throw it like you throw a grenade, or like you throw you know, a knife or something like that. You just throw the motion sensor on the ground, you know, outside the map, under a car or something like that. It is freaking great. And as perks, most campers like using Assassin because it counters the UAV, and also Marksman because it allows them to see people much better at medium and also long range. Obviously their favorite weapon was the cheeky ACR with the silencer, and for the first time in a Call of Duty game we had support kill streaks, and obviously they were abused by campers. So most campers liked using the ballistic vest for extra protection, the stealth bomber, aka the no skill multi-kill, and also the EMP that allowed them to destroy enemy kill streaks, you know, kill streaks that people fought hard to earn, and then a nerd destroyed them by using a support kill streak, the goddamn EMP. I mean, did I say nerd? A beast. I want to say beast because, I mean, these guys have super high kill death ratios, nukes and whatever, so they're fucking beasts. Then Black Ops 2 came out, and guess what? I mean, camping was effective, but it was also not effective. So here's why. It was effective because you could use 2 bouncing betties and also 2 shock charges at the same time, so you had 4 pieces of equipment to put by the doorways. You could also use Scavenger to get more bouncing betties and more shock charges, but you had to kill people with your gun to get more of that, of those equipment. And people also liked using the shield. Yes, the shield, because you could plant it on the ground and hide behind it. And if you were just looking at the doorway and waiting for people to go into the room, most people liked using the Remington shotgun or the S12. And if campers were looking through the window trying to kill people, you know, playing the objective or just running around outside, they would use a weapon for long range such as the LSAT with a freaking target finder to see people better at long and also medium range. And when it comes to kill streaks, a lot of campers liked using the Guardian to place towards the doorway so that people couldn't get in the room. But the reason why this strategy was not effective is because all it took was 1 EMP grenade, and the shock charges, the bouncing betties, the Guardian, they would get destroyed, and even the freaking target finder on the LSAT would get disabled. Then Call of Duty Ghosts came out, and the Call of Duty camper returned stronger than ever because you could use 2 IEDs to protect yourself. And let me tell you something, the goddamn IEDs are almost invisible, just like the bouncing Betty from World at War. But as if that wasn't enough, you can also place them on the walls and on the ceiling, and they have a very powerful blast, so most of the time you get killed when one of these things goes off. So as I said, most people use 2 IEDs, and they also like using 2 motion sensors. The motion sensor wasn't the same thing as the motion sensor in MW3 and Black Ops 1. Those were like a little UAV, a pocket UAV as I like to call them. The one in Call of Duty Ghosts is just like a trip mine or something. It goes off, it paints the enemy through walls for like 1 second, and that's pretty much what it does. People just use it as an alarm once they run out of IEDs. When it comes to weapons, most people use the M27 IR with a thermal sight, which is just insane. With this LMG, you can kill people at any range because it has a super high damage and pretty much no recoil. And when it comes to kill streaks, most people like using the guard dog to keep them company, because I mean, campers are slobs, I mean, beasts, and they have no friends. I mean, whatever, they have a lot of friends because they're super cool and they have a high kill death ratio and whatever. Or they would just use the IMS, and in my opinion the IMS is much more effective than the guard dog if you're gonna sit like a slob, I mean like a beast, in a room. And then we have Advanced Warfare, and what a surprise this was when it comes to camping. Camping was gone in Advanced Warfare. Sitting inside a building, you know, surrounded by explosives, just didn't happen in this game because of all the exo jumping all over the place. People were literally flying super fast all over the place. It was insane, man. And as if that wasn't enough, there was no Claymore, there was no Bouncing Betty, there was no Shock Charge to protect their backs while they were camping inside the building. Then we have Black Ops 3. And if you thought that camping was gonna be hard in Black Ops 3 because of all, you know, the jumping and whatever, just like in Advanced Warfare, you were wrong. Because in Black Ops 3, you can pretty much use the same setup as in Black Ops 2, but even better. No one really uses the EMP grenade in this game, so it's not like people are gonna destroy your stuff super fast. So you can use 2 trip mines and also 2 shock charges, pretty much the same thing as in Black Ops 2 with the Bouncing Betty and the shock charges, but you can also use a perk called Sixth Sense that allows you to see people on the minimap. You get a notification on the minimap telling you where the enemy is coming from, and then all you have to do is be ready to kill them. People also like using Scavenger to refill their equipment if they kill someone with their gun. And as a specialist weapon, most people like using the Hive because they could spam 5 more, you know, let's say IEDs to protect them, and each kill with one of these things gave them 150 points, which is insane. And then Infinite Warfare came out, and the camping strategy was pretty much the same as the one in Black Ops 3 because Infinite Warfare tried to copy Black Ops 3. So you have 2 trip mines, you have 2 cryo mines, the same thing as in Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 2 with the trip mines and the Bouncing Betties and the shock charges. And the favorite weapon of campers is definitely some sort of NV4. Most of the time it is the NV4 Fallout, but not a lot of people have that one, that variant. And the specialist weapon, which has a different name in Infinite Warfare, but I don't remember right now, is the cheeky Daredevil turret. That thing is insane. It destroys people, and pretty much it forced me to always use Blind Eye because this thing is just insane. And now in Call of Duty World War II, we played the beta, and so far we know we can use at least 1 Bouncing Betty, so you know that people are gonna camp. Is it gonna be as effective as, you know, in MW2 or whatever? I don't think so, but it might be very similar to World at War because I'm pretty sure you're gonna be able to use 2 Bouncing Betties. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. This is the evolution of the camper in the Call of Duty games. I think that definitely the best game for camping is Modern Warfare 2. It is just insane. Then maybe MW3. Let me know in the comment section below your opinion about this. Let me know if you have ever used one of these setups. And thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace out.